count. What's the certain aircraft part of this? Is that all drones or?
Simply trying to specify that there is a cap in terms of the total weight of both the aircraft and the payload. Some aircraft will obviously not hit that limit, but that is the upper end of the limit that can be certified under this rule.
What's the current limit under the exemption process? Is it the same thing or is it higher?
It's just ad hoc. So there's obviously 7 different drone testing facilities around the country right now. I think we've added 2 more under FAA reauthorization that we're currently evaluating. But right now, it's a very ad hoc process.
Hi, Ali Versfeld from Bloomberg. Also in the fact sheet, you talk about the drones being able to meet certain industry consensus standards rather than having to go through sort of the normal certification process. Are those standards, have they been set yet, or how soon, if not, how soon do you think they would?
So the standards are expressed in the rule itself, so that'll be transparent soon. But again, the idea is to level the playing field here. So rather than policy by exemption, the policy is the policy, and the industry will be able to innovate with certainty versus the uncertain process we have today.
Lauren Shank, Fox Business. I had a question on setting up a nuclear reactor on the moon. What challenges do you and the experts anticipate with that, and how critical is that we beat China in winning the second space race?
I didn't think the moon was going to come up today. I wasn't prepared for that.
You are the acting NASA administrator.
And it didn't come from Politico, so that's wonderful. Listen, so this is not a new concept. This has been discussed under Trump 1, under Biden. But we are in the race. We're in a race to the moon, in a race with China to the moon. And to have a base on the moon, we need energy. And some of the key locations on the moon, we're going to get solar power. But this fission technology is critically important. And so we've spent hundreds of $millions studying, can we do it? We are now going to move beyond studying, and we have given direction to go, let's start to deploy our technology to move to actually make this a reality. And I think the stat we have is it's a 100 kilowatt output. That's the same amount of energy a 2,000 square foot home uses every 3.5 days. So we're not talking about massive technology. We're not launching this live. That's obviously, if you have any questions about that, no, we're not launching it live. But again, energy is important. And if we're going to be able to sustain life on the moon to then go to Mars, this technology is critically important. And I would just note that we're behind, right? If we're going to engage in the race to the moon and the race to Mars, we have to get our act together. We have to marshal all of our resources, all of our focus on going to the moon, which is what we're going to do. And again, there's a lot of things that NASA does. And a lot of people love a lot of the things that NASA does. But this is about space exploration. And this is about this next phase. A lot of people don't know even what Artemis is. Everyone knew what Apollo was. We all knew, the whole world knew what Apollo was. We were going to the moon. Artemis is we're going back. So in the first part of next year, we are going to send Artemis 2 out. Met the 4 astronauts, they're fantastic. We're gonna go out around the moon and come back. Artemis 3, we are going to go back to the moon. We're gonna land. The longest time we've spent in the past was 3 days. We're gonna stay for 6 days. And then after that, we're able to start shipping our assets to the moon unmanned. And we'll have those assets there as our astronauts arrive and are able to build a base. But this is critically important. There's a certain part of the moon that everyone knows is the best. We have ice there, we have sunlight there. We want to get there first and claim that for America. And to do this is this part of the fission technology is critically important to sustain life, because solar won't do it, but it's just a lower amount of that fission technology that's going to allow human life to sustain. Do you have a follow-up?
I had a separate question too. So as far as AI and airline pricing, do you have any concerns about Delta and other airlines using AI to set pricing, and have they explained